a big win for Argentina. Let's look at how both teams lined up. Argentina was in 4-1-3-2, and Brazil was in a 4-2-3-1. So Argentina, they got Emi Martinez in goal, Tagliafico, Otamendi, Romero, Molina, Paredes was the pivot. We got Thiago Almada, Alexis Mac Allister as the number 10, Rodrigo De Paul, and a double striker of Julian Álvarez and Enzo Fernández. If we look at Brazil, instead of Alisson, this time they start off with Bento, Franca, Marquinhos, Burrito, Arana, Andre, Joelinton, Rafinha, Cunha, Rodrigo, and Vinny Jr. So this was the starting lineup on paper. Let's see what happened during the game. So when the game started off, Argentina had this back three, and this fourth guy over here on the right, Molina, he was pushing up higher. And so Paredes was the pivot. We got Vinny and Cunha. They were pressing up high. So it was basically they were pressing with these two guys, and then they had this four and another four back here. So it was a 4-4-2 for Brazil. What happened was that once Winnie went to press this guy was going to be on Paredes, coming inside or from behind, maybe trying to intercept that line. And over here in Argentina's three, um, this guy, if he's going to move on to him, then, he's going to try to look at this guy, or, over here from this guy's going to look at him. So over here, this guy is, he's keeping an eye on him. But if the pass comes over here, uh, he's going to move inside to press him. And if he moves inside to press him, then this guy's going to press the pivot. And so over here, you have this tight man marking over here for the double striker. And if this guy from Argentina moves over here, then, so you got this man-to-man thing going on. So what Argentina looked to do was they looked to pass the ball around, and, once they passed the ball here and Vinny came here, they look to rotate it back on that side. So once they rotated it back on that side, this guy is going to move to press this fullback over here. And once that happens, this guy's going to move on the side, so he's going to pull this guy over here. And so, before they form an overload on this side, what they're going to do is over here, before these guys start moving on that side, there's a lot of space being created over here. And so that is the reason for those quick passes back and forth from side to side to, shift Brazil's press and create that space in the center. Fine, I mean, they're going to be linking up and all that with these triangles, but the main objective was to get that space in between somewhere over here. And then once they do that, they go on those transitional attacks because Julian Álvarez, he knows how to make the runs. Enzo Fernández, who plays a much deeper role at Chelsea, but we can see that he's been making those runs in the box. But today he was playing in a much higher position, and so that's why because Scaloni knows that he can make those runs, and so Scaloni wants his two forwards to get inside that box, and that's where the threat is, and it's gonna come on the transitions as we saw in the game. At times, they made the passes backward, Argentina, and so what the objective was that pull everybody back, and once they pulled everybody back and they made the pass back to the goalkeeper, we had these guys, pressing them, and so because of that, they were getting that space in this area of the pitch. Because if Brazil's gonna high press and they're not all gonna coordinate that press together, you can see this guy's open now. And fine, this guy has a player on him. This guy, he's made this run all the way back, and if he doesn't follow him, then they got that extra man over here. That's how Argentina looked to create that space and connectivity so that once they got the ball, they can move forward. At times during the build-up, we even saw one of the strikers drop down in between to have that man advantage. And once they got that over here, you can see that this is the extra guy over here. This guy would make the run. And so he would pull him back. This guy obviously is not going to follow him all the way over there. So he can connect with this guy, and then they've got all the space to do whatever they want to do. And so in Argentina's first goal, we saw them play a long ball over here. This guy ends up getting the ball. Alvarez, he makes the run. He connects with his chest, gets the ball, makes a through pass, and Alvarez gets at the end of the ball, and it ends up being a goal. So, and this guy making that run. If needed, he would be available on the far post for the corner. But they made that through pass. They threaded it in. It was an easy goal for Argentina. So they go 1-up within 4 minutes. In Argentina's second goal, what they did was that once these two guys were pressing them, without much coordination from the press because it was a 4-4-2. And so there was a lot of space over here. And so what they did was this guy, he beat Vinny when he was pressing him. So he got all the space connected to one of these guys over here. And from here, they made that move forward. And so when this guy has all the space to dribble, these guys are obviously running forward. And so what's happening is that everybody is moving in a transition. And so once he dribbles the ball all the way over here, they connect over here and they do this back and forth passing in the final third. And they get the ball over here. Um, and so there's a cross. And when there's a cross, Enzo Fernandez makes that run, gets at the end of the ball, and it's Argentina's second goal. And so that's 2 goals within 12 minutes. And by this time, Argentina were looking very strong in River Plate Stadium. So, in a way, stadium for Brazil, which was always going to be very difficult to come back. And if you look at the stats, Argentina had more than, I think they had 12 shots and Brazil had just 3. That showed what the game really looked like. And so Brazil were basically not in control at all. In Brazil's goal, Brazil was in a 4-4-2. Argentina were building up from the back. So this is their 4. So basically, it's a back 3. They got a double pivot over here, and everybody else is here pinning the Brazil line back. But the 2 lines of 4 for Brazil, they're in a compact shape. And what they do here is Brazil actually got lucky because this, again, if a mistake wasn't made, Argentina were going to get a lot of space over here. So what uh, Vinny, he goes and presses this guy. Romero has the ball, and what Cunha does is he makes that really fast sprint, and Cunha is not expecting it because now there's this huge space over here. So what happens is that he makes that mistake. Cunha wins the ball from him, and then he just makes this long range shot over here on the ground, and the goalkeeper is out here. He wasn't expecting that. He was expecting, okay, maybe these guys are gonna like pass the ball over to him. So he's involved in the build-up play, and so Cunha gets the ball from Romero, wins it, and then takes that shot, and it's a goal. So now at this point, it looked like, okay, fine, maybe, it's 2-1. It's looking like, fine, maybe we have a game on hand. But as we found out later on that, okay, fine, after this, Brazil did get a lot of possession. They were going into the game, but nothing really concrete. And so in the end, they just had a total of 3 shots. But before the half ended, in around the 36th minute, Argentina were controlling the game basically, and Brazil were now in this very low block. So Argentina had a whole bunch of guys here, uh, and this is what their rest defense looked like. they make this cross, and this time it's Alexis Mac Allister who makes that run. And again, like Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea, Alexis Mac Allister, he's also been playing a deeper role at Liverpool, but he's also been making those runs, and he has been having success there with goals. So what happened was that he makes that run, he latches onto it over here, and boom, straight in the goal. So at this point, it's 3-1, and it's almost halftime. At this point, it looked like, okay, fine, this match isn't going anywhere. It's Argentina all the way. Then in the second half, Argentina were mostly attacking on the transition, going with long balls. These guys making runs. They make a threaded pass over here. You get the ball, and over here now everybody's making runs and everybody's going back. This guy, is moving in very casually at a very slow, delayed run, not too fast. And once he gets the ball, makes that cross, and then everybody, just dashes forward, and it's a speedy run at the end, and there's a goal. It's a fourth goal for Argentina. Gio Simeone of Atletico Madrid. It was basically Argentina all the way, 4-1. It wasn't even a matchup. And so now Argentina are carrying this momentum. They beaten Brazil in the Copa America final in 2021, 1-0. Then they won the qualifying match in 2024. And now this was a drubbing, and it was all done without Leo Messi. I don't know what Brazil is going to do now. Maybe they're going to wait for Neymar to come back. So, yeah, I see Messi, Neymar, and Cristiano Ronaldo playing their final World Cup. As far as Argentina and Brazil go, it's no matchup. Brazil, they have individual players: Vini Jr., Rafinha, Rodrigo, Cunha, all these guys, João Pedro. But they're all playing individually right now. Whereas if we look at Argentina is playing like a team, and so the tactician over here now is Lionel Scaloni. Now it's being done without Messi. So as a group, Argentina are really gelled together really well, and Scaloni is the master tactician. And let's see, they still look like one of the best team out there. I would like to see a match between them and Spain, which probably is going to be the finalissima, and that's something that's going to be to watch because Spain's doing really well. But overall, Argentina, they're towering over their European counterparts right now. So let's see how that match will be.